So we have some interesting news. Now, I do need to make my Eagles and Buccaneers video, which I'm going to be posting right after this. But I really wanted to talk about this. I was at work all day, so I wasn't able to, despite seeing the news right when it dropped. That Haason Reddick, reportedly, according to ESPN reporters, would not mind a trade back to the Philadelphia Eagles and would not mind playing for them. If you ask me, now I don't know how you guys feel, but if you ask me, I'm taking that without a doubt. I am looking at that opportunity to get him back and saying, our pass rush right now has been abysmal. Outside of the Saints game, we have not been good enough up front. And Brandon Graham and Jalen Carter, they stepped up against the Saints, that's for sure. But we're looking at sacks, quarterback hits, pressures. Everything is very, very low. And if this team wants to compete, which we know they can, they're not a bad team. They can compete with the most of them. They got to get after the quarterback. And to do so, maybe Bryce Huff wasn't the man to lock up for $51 million. Maybe Haason Reddick should have stayed in Philadelphia. Maybe the Eagles should consider trying to swap two players that worked well for the teams that they are not on currently. Bryce Huff had a great season last year being used the way he was in New York, and Haason Reddick has had 2 back-to-back years in Philadelphia with 11 or more sacks. If I'm the Eagles, especially if this Sunday against the Buccaneers, Bryce Huff for a 4th straight week shows no production and doesn't get on the stats whatsoever in any sort of regard, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm doing whatever I can on my bye week, week 5, to bring Haason Reddick back and try to either lock him up with a deal or come to an agreement, come to some sort of deal where you have Haason prove his worth, or just at least get him to play the season and then figure out the contract extension next offseason. Because right now, this team, with the way it's built, has the meanings to be a good team that can make a run in the playoffs. They really do, once they're healthy. And we have players like AJ and Lane Johnson practicing again tonight, which is huge. This team could go places. Clean up the turnovers, get healthy again. Coach makes the right decisions, and the defense continues to level up its game like it did against the Saints. A really good offense. You have the makings of a team that can make a run. But the biggest question mark right now, it isn't the secondary. It isn't your quarterback. It's not your wide receivers or your injuries. It is your pass rush and whether or not you need somebody to help it out. And I think Haason Reddick right now is kind of the guy that the Eagles need to be targeting, because he, as long as he fits the scheme and does not, and I repeat, does not drop back into coverage, can do a lot more than what Bryce Huff has done the past 3 weeks. And I'm being completely honest. I know this video is titled the Haason Reddick Situation 2.0, but realistically it should be called Bring Haason Reddick Back Home Again, because he should be back in Midnight Green. And I'm hoping that with this report, we've been joking about it for 2 months now. I'm hoping that with this report that this can hopefully become a reality. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in a little bit.